How has the Woods game been for you recently with the Paradaym?
It's been pretty decent. Yeah, I feel like I've been shanking my irons, and so
Okay.
if I'm on a tighter hole, especially with a driver, I tend to go with the 5 wood instead.
Is 3 wood, you say, more of a club that you hit off the ground, or more of a club that you hit off?
Usually off like a little small tee.
A little small tee.
Yeah.
So it's mostly like a secondary tee club for you.
Yeah. Especially if it's windy, because it's such a
with the low spin model, you're getting it kind of
it
knocked
stays
down.
low and
Right.
Yeah. So if it's a real windy day, that club gets a lot of use.
Yeah. Cool. Where do you play most of your golf at?
I got 2 buddies that are members over at Palisades.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I play there.
Heard good things about that.
That's a tough fucking course, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Just in terms of like tight off the tee and hard green.
It's tight. The greens aren't too bad. Yeah. Actually, it's the rough.
Oh
it's
yeah.
So thick.
They just grow it out there.
Yeah, you can't. Half the time you can't even find your ball.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a pain in the ass.
Even this time of year, they keep it pretty long.
Yeah. Even this time of year, they keep it thick. But you drop a ball in,
and it's just gone.
And it's
Right. Yeah. So it's very tee shot. Yeah.
Very much. And then there's like a lot of well-placed ravines.
Right.
So like a lot of the par 5s, you can't really go for it.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah.
So it's tough. My other buddy just joined Gaston, which is nice.
Yeah. He likes it there.
Yeah, I played out there on New Year's Eve.
Okay. Cool.
And I like that course. It's a lot more open. You know, you can make some mistakes.
Yeah.
Rough isn't nearly as bad.
Yeah.
Greens are a little tougher, but it was nice. I'm looking forward to playing it this summer.
Yeah, definitely.
And I got another buddy that's over at Longview.
Oh, cool, sweet.
Which is
so you got a couple friends in high places that
and
stuff. Yeah.
I thought about getting a membership. I I bounce between the 3, so either way, I'm still going to be paying.
A full-time job too. It's hard to find time to get out there besides on the weekends, which is when
I wouldn't be able to make it worth it. You know? Unless we lived in a neighborhood with a course.
Yes, yeah, but even at that point, you're paying full plus some price for living in the neighborhood with the golf course, and then having upfront fee and initiation and dues and monthly spending after that. So I agree. I mean, it's great to have the membership at it, but at the end of the day, if you got friends who can get you on every once in a while, every so often you're just out there playing a public course, then that's enough for the most part.
Yeah, and usually I can't remember the last time I played a public course just because we bounce between those guys so much. We used to play at Kramer a lot. Because the guy that's over at Gaston now was at Kramer.
Yeah, Kramer's a good club.
I do like Kramer.
It's a lot of fun. It's just pretty up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. It's a weird layout. The first couple times I played there, luckily the first time we played, we had a guy who was a son of a member there. Really good high school player. I mean, he was a stick, probably like a +3 or something at 16 years old. But it was his home course, so he was able to tell us, like, hey, by the way, this tee shot looks like a driver, but it's a 6-iron.
Yeah,
because there's stuff you can't see, and weird little uphill, downhill, bending around like U-turn type fairways.
Yeah. Every time we've done one of the events, whether it was like the 4-man scramble or the member guest, I always started on 15.
Okay. Yeah.
And so 15, so you start par 3, par 5, par 3,
wow.
par 5, par 3, par 5.
Jeez.
And then it's all par 4s the rest of it.
Right, the middle of it. Yeah.
So like, that's the worst place you could possibly start.
You would completely rather it be like 8 par 4s in a row, and then you get warmed up and you're ready to play the par 5s.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Feel pretty good. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. We can start with 5-wood. Unfortunately, I only have one 5-wood head, and it's not an interchangeable shaft, so this will be the only one here.
All right.
I do have a changeable triple diamond 3-wood and a changeable normal 3-wood, so we can hit both of these, mix around a couple different shafts.
What 5-wood is this one? It's just a regular
triple diamond 5-wood.
Yeah, triple diamond,
it's not the standard. I don't have a standard 5-wood head in yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully we will be getting those before the launch date. Our Callaway guy was in yesterday. He said he's basically received calls from every store in his district saying, "Hey, where the hell are my clubs?" But nothing he can do about it, nothing they can do about it until the shipping and all that stuff gets figured out. So we'll start there, and then we'll hop into a couple different 3-woods with a couple different shafts and see what we like.
All right. Yeah, I was thinking about switching back to like the standard just because I feel like my mishits have been not as good as of late. And so the forgiveness, I lost a little bit of distance when I hit the AI smoke regular versus the triple diamond, but it was a tighter grouping.
100%, yes.
So,
and if you're out there playing courses like you said at Palisades, where you pretty much need the grouping, like you'll sacrifice 8 yards if it means you're going to hit 3 more fairways.
Yes.
We'll take that all day long.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, that's usually my mishit is like on top of it.
Just a little bit of a thin one there.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounded good there. It's a lot better. A 142 ball, love to see that. Good.
Jesus. That's a lot more than the last one, the regular one I've been using.
Okay. Distance-wise, that's good for a 5-wood for you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Love it.
Yeah, I have the GC3 at home.
Okay, yep.
And so, like, I think typically on average, it was funny because I came in here, like I said, a couple weeks ago, and I was actually averaging way less here on the TrackMan than I was on the GC. So I wasn't sure if it was set at like sea level or what.
Yes, yeah. So ours are set pretty much, I think, 500 feet of elevation, which is sea level for a golf ball, basically.
Yeah.
You might get an extra 1% or something. At 500 feet, and I think it's set for like 70 degrees. So pretty stock numbers. If you go into the GC3 settings and it's set at like 2,500 feet, 100 degrees, that can be 10 to 15 yards extra, definitely. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we like to set it pretty basic in here just to keep stock numbers.
When I do it on the range, it sets it like to the location because it uses this Wi-Fi.
I
think it's like 600 some feet.
Okay, gotcha.
But usually I am hitting my 5-wood like around 225 to 250. So
okay,
that's
cool.
pretty much
So
like average, but I haven't touched it with my actual ones.
Gotcha.
And that was the same like 2 weeks ago. I wasn't really getting that distance.
Yeah.
Like on the course, I can kind of keep up with most people with their driver when I hit my 5-wood.
Yep. Yeah, really nice there. Immediate feedback from that head compared to what you have now. Like feels good, looks good.
Feels good, looks good. I do really like it. I mean, it lays down really nice.
So they did change, I will say, the look between the standard and the triple diamond this year is different.
Oh yeah.
This one's more of a. This one's a little bit more of like that carbon crown, whereas the triple diamond heads are all that matte black crown there. That was just because the Tour Pros were basically like, hey, we want the most simple looking club you can do.
Yeah.
They don't want alignments on it. They don't want a bunch of lettering or nothing like that. So,
yeah.
And then outside of that, the normal differences will be between the triple diamond and the head. Just triple diamond's a little bit more front weighted.
Yeah.
A little bit lower launching, lower spinning, probably a little hotter off the face. And then you lose a little bit of forgiveness with it there. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really look too well. Yeah, from.
Yeah, so from original Paradaym, they kind of kept a similar look to that, but just went all black basically.
Yeah, I like that.
Lays a little bit flatter than the standard head also, which most of the touring guys like that little bit of a flatter look. They're trying to just prevent that lefty snap hook in there for the most part.
Which is, I'm gonna miss a lot of times like that is my.
Yes, correct. Yeah, a lot of times that left one will cause you a lot more trouble than like a little bit of a pushy fade out to the right that actually floats.
Yeah.
Good. 142 ball again with that. Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, holy shit.
Really, really good.
I wasn't sure if there was gonna be, like how different can they make the clubs?
Mm-hmm. Good. I mean, if that's a Healy one out of a triple diamond, that's actually very impressive. I will say that. I mean, definitely some loss in ball speed compared to where we'd be at out of the center.
Right.
But again, like you said, if your normal number is around that 225 carry, 250 total, and this is a Healy one for that, as a fitter, that's really good to see actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, we'll switch out if you want.
Yeah.
I do like that. I mean, that is nice.
Good. Looks wise, it's good for you too.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
And the other one does. Like this one isn't a standard head right now, but I mean, isn't interchangeable. But like if you actually order it, it is.
Correct. Yeah. I haven't heard that actually. I'm not sure.
Because I travel a lot, and so whenever I travel and take my
heads
gloves,
off.
I take the
Yeah.
heads off.
I would definitely think that the triple diamond head is going to be an interchangeable one.
Yeah, that was part of the reason I went with that one.
Right, because before it was only the triple diamond that was changeable and not the normal ones. A lot of the brands are getting into now just making them all interchangeable.
Yeah.
It's just easier. I mean, it makes it better for us as fitters to be able to go up and down and loft, go open, close, a little bit flat if we need to. And then it makes it better for the player, like course conditions wise, like if you're playing at a windy day, you take it down a notch to keep it a little bit underneath it. If you're playing, of course, with super firm greens, then you want to be able to get the ball up in the air a little bit much. That is the only thing I'll say about this 3-wood. Or the 5-wood, like being the triple diamond, it is a little lower launching, a little lower spinning than I would like to see it if this is a club you want to hit into greens.
Yeah.
If this is a club you're looking to hit off the tee, I love the lower launch, lower spin because we'll get that little bit of extra rollout, a little bit of extra carry with it. But yeah, I mean, really, really solid there. Wouldn't change anything about that.
Yeah, if I'm hitting a green from 250 out, it's probably on accident.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What would you say about your, like,
I'll go
open
for
par 5, not a whole lot of trouble around the green, got a little bit, say like 10 to 20 yards to miss on each side. What's your like comfortable yardage number that you would say you're going for greens?
I'd go for it.
You would go?
Yeah,
Okay,
like 240 out.
You would see that and be like, okay, yeah, let's give it a shot, why not? Okay, cool, good, I like that a lot. Sweet, we can hop into some of the 3-woods now.
Okay.
So that is same shaft there, still the triple diamond head, just down to a 3-wood, and then a little bit longer in length, obviously, for the 3-wood there.
Alright. Let's see, I think I have a little. Yeah.
A little mini tee, yeah. I
Yeah.
can cut some and toss them in there too. So 3-wood, you don't hit off the deck very
Not
often,
very
if
often.
at all. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, the distance difference between a 3-wood and a 5-wood for me is just not like a massive amount.
Yeah.
And so if I'm on a par 5 and I'm 270 out,
Yes.
I'm not going to hit the green,
Right.
so I'll probably just take the 5 wood to try to get close, unless there's something in
15
front.
yards short.
Yeah, unless there's
or you're
something
in
in
a
front where I
scramble and
can't.
someone's already laid up, and then you're like, you know what, screw it, let's hit a long one and go for it.
Now, if I hit a shade drive off the
Yeah.
box on a par
Yeah.
5, then I'll probably get the 3 wood out because I do
Correct.
want to just try to like get a little
But
bit
that's
back.
still
But
a layup. Like you
Yeah.
hit a shitty drive and you're 420 out.
yeah, exactly.
You're not getting there. You're just thinking, okay, let's put myself 100 yards out for a wedge or something
Exactly.
like
Yeah, that's
Cool.
usually the go-to there.
that. Cool.
So I don't use it nearly as much.
Mm-hmm. Your 3 wood, 5 wood right now, are they standard length, do you know?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, my driver's shaped out though.
It is a little bit cut off, okay.
Yeah, my
Does that be
driver's
the
down
only
44.
thing I've noticed so far? I mean, you hit the one toppy one when we started, but everything after that has been a little bit high on the face, a little bit chunky, if anything.
Yeah.
So I think maybe even going like a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch short on a 3 wood would not be a bad idea.
Yeah, I would
Easier to
say,
find the center of the face. Obviously, taking away the chunk is a huge part of it if we're looking to hit it further.
Yeah.
And just a little bit easier to control there. Kind of same thing you did with the driver.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that one bit.
Yes. Can you, you need to order, yes. I was gonna ask you to order anything at all.
It's got one of the 3 cartridges. So he has one in there, it's
Yeah.
a cartridge though. This cartridge is missing from the AOS
Already.
already.
And the one in our.
And that's a different cartridge, so we could actually switch them.
Yeah.
That's like, you got down to like cartridge.
The printer here is already low, because that's the cartridge I took when we got there.
Okay.
So get Perry to order another one, Staples normally comes pretty quick. He might say something about he needs to get Staples up to like a certain number. Like, yeah, to get our corporate account shipping. Definitely will tell him to get to, is that one?
I don't know if that was the same as, let me see what model. it is.
Because I think his is like a little bigger, the cartridge doesn't actually fit. Yeah. That's not
I feel
good.
like the face is a little open on these last 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, just open. So I will say this actually right now, that's closed face to path. That ball should draw. It was just struck out of the heel. That's why
Another
it's
one on the
kinda
heel, huh?
moving right there. Yep. Anything out of the heel will put a lot more fade spin on it. Anything out of the toe will put a lot more draw spin on it. So kind of immediately when we see this face to path as a negative number, that ball should turn left. When you see it as a positive number, the ball should turn right. But these heel strikes that we kind of have as well, airing out of the heel on the 3 wood, airing out of the heel on the 5 wood. This is your stock 5 wood, also out of the heel. 7 iron.
That was just kind of, 7 iron I was.
So this is the one irons you said you've been having trouble with that heel shot a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't hate going a 1/2 inch short on 3 wood and 5 wood if that's the case today.
Yeah.
It'll just move that ball position. I mean, shorten the club down a 1/2 inch. Strike point gets moved from there to there. But this could be, let's see, what was our curve on that? Yeah, 128 feet. Moving a little bit more centered, maybe that ball's only curving 50 feet or so, which
Yeah.
is the difference between in play and out of bounds.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, face angle was really solid.
Okay.
The last one, I don't know how far off the last
I
one.
was striped it, really nice.
Yeah, the last one was.
Yeah, good. Yeah, 90 feet,
Yeah.
still probably definitely heely if I had to guess.
Yep.
Yep, a little bit heely
That's
still.
what it felt
Good.
like.
So I don't
They
hate
felt
that
almost the
much at all.
same, just a little bit less ball speed on that
That's
side.
really good ball speed. Yeah, and that little different, the dip in ball speed is just because the second one was
Little
more
further
heel
on the
sided
heel.
than the first one. But shit, 250 carry, 270 total with that 3 wood is really nice, especially if you're getting into a place where you want it to be your secondary tee box club.
Yeah.
Good. A little bit high on the face, maybe see some extra launch.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's
Yep.
way up there.
Yep. Good. Okay. I'm gonna swap shafts on you now. You're going a little bit quicker in terms of swing speed now. So
Sure.
let's see if we can't get something a little bit more stiffer. Just try to stabilize that bottom part of the swing a little bit here.
What was that last shaft?
Last shaft was a 10C black 75 stiff. Yep, 1K black 75 stiff.
Yeah, I typically play on the extra stiff.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Yeah, I mean, if you're warmed up, 3 wood is getting into that already 105 swing speed. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the driver, I got the Ventus Blue 6X.
Okay, cool.
I used to have
Elyte Plus in there,
Yeah.
the new one. Yep.
Yep.
How do you like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's-
That's the shaft that
I've been hitting the driver better than I've
Ever
hit it
before.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I don't even really want to hit the driver in here. 'Cause
Right.
I don't want to. I don't want to get in my own head.
Totally. And that's a smoke head
Yeah.
in the driver? Yeah. So again, like a great
Yeah, triple diamond.
Maybe the new head is a couple 5%-ish more forgiving, a little bit longer, like it will be every year. But if you're hitting the driver well, just keep it, especially if it's only a model year back. Sure, maybe try the new head out and just see if you don't find something crazy.
Yeah.
But if you feel good with driver, at your swing speed, it can be a weapon, obviously. Like if you're poking them out there, anywhere 285 to 310, I'd say is probably about in your yardage book.
But yeah.
Yeah, just kind of stick with it. It's working, especially with that high quality of a shaft.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Yeah, those things are good. That 6X Blue Plus is kind of the one that I've been looking at recently. Yeah, it feels good. I mean, those Bellator shafts are.
Oh, they're great. Like I said, I had the black one before,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I kind of changed the swing a little bit, and I stopped swinging as hard.
Yep.
So
yep.
I went, down probably like 4 or
Yeah,
5 miles
it's
per
about
hour.
tempo too. I mean, your tempo's pretty smooth. Typically, the players with the black either swing it really fast, like 115, 120.
Yeah.
So they need that extra stiffness, or they have a very quick transition. So if you throw them into something softer, that will kind of leave the club head lagging behind them a little, so they need that black profile to keep up with it.
Yeah.
But no, your tempo is pretty standard.
I was approaching like 115
Mm-hmm.
as an average for a
Okay,
bit, but then
yeah.
when I shaved it down,
Yeah.
I lost a couple miles an hour too.
Right.
It's a little shorter.
Yes,
So that's
but your dispersion
Much
probably
better.
went up. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've found majority of the time doing fittings here, like going a ½ inch short on a driver, yes, you lose a little bit of club speed, which will be ball speed, which will be distance. But if you're swinging 115 and hitting it out of the heel,
Yeah.
you're gonna get more distance swinging it 113 or 112 hitting center of the face.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's what I kind of noticed.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about contact. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I had the regular Paradaym first,
Mm-hmm.
and I switched to that one because there was a couple of times where I started to cave in the face.
Okay,
I
yeah.
got a little bit
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the regular Paradaym.
Right.
That's why you gotta switch
Yeah.
to triple diamond. It's got a more stable face. to it.
Definitely more stable pace. Yep, you put the front weight, it gets even more stable with it. So,
Yeah.
cool. Up to, well, still the same weight, 75 grams, but up to extra stiff there, Denali Blue 6.5.
Yeah, that
Oh,
felt
it sounded
better.
good. It's gotta be close to 150, yeah, 151. Yeah, beauty. Love that. That little baby cut out there is kind of a shot shape you like to see most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. Like my driver and my irons, everything's left, but when I
Mhm.
go to the woods, like that's typically kind of
Yeah.
the shot that I see.
I mean,
But I don't
no
know.
reason to complain about that one though.
Yeah.
253 on the fly, 74 total. Perfect launch, perfect spin. If we're looking to use this as a secondary tee box club, I would prefer to have that little bit lower launch spin profile.
That's high on the face there.
Yep. Alright, still not getting you into any trouble.
Yeah.
Doesn't look the prettiest, but.
Yeah, it's straight and it's out there.
Mhm.
195, not the best, but Alright.
113.
Heel?
Heely one, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was the curve on that?
Probably 120. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, still really, really good ball speed. 150, 143 smash. Out that far on the heel, definitely. But yeah, certainly just losing some yardage with that little jump and spin, and then obviously just the curvature.
Yeah.
Hillside out there. Where's this one? Hillside too. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
everything's
half
really
inch short, not a bad idea at all.
Yeah.
Either half an inch short, I would say definitely go quarter, because why the hell not at this point? We're kind of striking the heel on almost everything right now.
Yeah.
And then maybe put some work in on just getting more toe-sided. I think a super simple, easy drill for that is just taking something that's obviously not expensive or important and just sticking it right out on the heel, or right on the toe. Go ahead and set your club down there. Good. Sticking it right there. That way, if you do kind of strike the heel again, you'll get some immediate feedback by knocking this over there. So,
Yeah.
Yep, I think that's a good little drill there. So if you want to swing a couple with that right there,
Yeah.
just to see if we can't catch one clean off the center of the face. Yeah, I'm in the Bay 5 in the fitting right now. Good. Really good ball speed out of it. A little closer to center probably. Yeah, a little bit. Still hill-sided. The custom order, it was one store. We're going to have to, do they have the plug-in here? Yes, we're just gonna have to return the special order, and then when we rebuy the special order, just mark down the price on there. Z, are you? Because I can't make it up there for another couple minutes. I got your tea here also.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I was looking for it, but.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I mean, off the deck, that's
Yeah.
not terrible either. Like
No.
it was definitely a heel because I smashed that tee.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so I would say at this point, full half inch,
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
And the triple diamond. That seems to be.
So I think right now I'm leaning definitely triple diamond in the 3-wood. No reason not to. Still plenty of forgiveness. And then obviously when we go a little bit shorter, we put a little work in, just moving contact closer to the center of the face.
Yeah.
I don't really think you need the forgiveness of the full one, especially with what you're looking to do with your 3-wood, primarily being an off the tee club. I'd rather have that triple diamond profile so you don't get those kind of floaty ones. You get a little bit more front weighted,
Yeah.
lower launch, lower spin, lower flight profile to get the little extra chase on it. I wish we had a 5-wood normal head, because I would like to see what you're able to do with that. I think that was my only thing with the 5-wood, was it was just a little bit flat if we're looking to use it on an into the green club.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely triple diamond in the 3-wood, triple diamond or normal in the 5. I think we could go either way. Half inch short on the 3 for sure. Probably look at a half inch short on 5 as well. I think matching it up makes the most sense, especially if we're already half inch short on driver. Just keep it simple all the way down.
Yeah.
And then maybe when we get the actual 5-wood normal heads in, we can have you come back and just swing that a couple to see if it's different too. The only weird thing I would say about that would more be an aesthetic thing. Just the fact that your 3-wood looks like that and your 5-wood looks like this.
Yeah.
If you could get over that, then I don't think it'd be a problem. But golfers are weird, and having something that looks different every once in a while can just get in your subconscious, and then you make a worse swing at it. So.
Yeah. I don't know if that mess up. There's a lot of other shit that'll get in my head. But
Right.
I play
Yes.
with, you know.
Yes.
I don't have any brand loyalty. It was
Okay,
like,
good.
tailor-made,
Yeah.
putter, tailor-made wedges.
And that's how it should be.
And
I think 25 to 50 years ago, maybe even 15, you could make an argument, brand loyalty made more sense than it does today. I mean, every single company is out there spending anywhere from 10 to $100 million on manufacturing and research and development and equipment, and they're like Cobra is even hiring like ex-NASA engineers now to do stuff with like their aerodynamic profile of it. Like guys who worked on spaceships are now working on golf clubs because they want to know what can we change about the head shape to make it just go a mile an hour faster per swing speed. So yeah, all that being said, brand loyalty, it's out the gates nowadays. If it's a headspace thing, I totally understand that. Some people just are more comfortable swinging a Pain club than they are swinging a Cobra club.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
I've always liked the iron or the woods out of Callaway. I don't think I've ever had anything different.
Yeah, I mean,
I started with Callaway irons and
they've made good stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
Dropping up into the extra stiff shaft, that feels a little bit better for you, I think. Okay.
It's not anything.
Yeah.
I think even my irons might be extra stiff.
Yeah, we saw a little bit more stability, I think, going into that. I mean, I think that heel-sided one is still catching them from.
What was that 5-wood? Was it a
5-wood was only the stiff foot, so obviously we would go into an extra stiff in that as well.
Yeah.
And I think even going into that, Denali is a better one. I think you were hitting that a little better.
Yeah.
Let me see. You may have a leftover from last year X. We should be getting another shaft run from them again when we see all of the new clubs that we're kind of waiting on to get delivered. So there will be a few different like extra stiff wood shafts that we get in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, right now looks like we have not received any. But who knows? Maybe even looking at. Don't know how much we'll get in terms of like the Velcro or higher end shafts. I would love if they sent us a couple more, but it might be worth taking a look at a couple more for the 5-wood. That one for the 3-wood I think looks great, but maybe the 5-wood we go into something like in like a Ventus red profile, maybe with a triple diamond, and that'll get us a little bit extra height out of it if we go with that on the shaft.
Which one is this?
So that is the standard 5-wood head. It's a regular flex shaft though. So,
That's not English.
yeah, unfortunately not. Yeah, and we haven't gotten their whole different runs yet or anything. So, I mean, if you want to take a couple with it just to kind of see how it feels, you're more than welcome to. But I think the shaft is going to be.
It's gonna make a difference.
Exactly. Yep.
I think it'll confuse things more than anything.
Cool. I apologize for not having full equipment, but
Is the Ventus red? Is that like a massive
it's the same as your blue. The plus that you have there, 350 per shaft, maybe down to 3 now that they've come out with a plus. But the red is kind of like their higher launch, higher flight profile.
Yeah. What are the two that come? Usually comes with 2 different types of shafts. That might like 2 standard.
Yeah, so the standard shafts will be that first one that we tried, the Tennessee Black, and then maybe the Denali will be standard in the normal heads. I haven't seen it yet. Releases on the 30th, so hopefully by then we'll have the product in to kind of know what stock options are, what the upgrade options are, what the non-upgrade custom options are. But yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a couple different options out there too. I think Denali blue would work in the 3-wood, but maybe if they give us like a Denali red extra stiff in a 5-wood shaft, that could work with the triple diamond head.
Yeah.
Triple diamond head kind of.
Will they send like enough to where they put one if I win? Let's say like we come in, will you guys have them in stock or would you have to order?
It'd probably be in order.
Yeah. So I'm going to play TPC Scottsdale at the end of like mid-February, February
Okay.
15th. So trying to have whatever in by then.
Yeah. So if it's a stock item, we'll definitely have it.
Yeah.
Because that you can get that day. If it's a custom order item, it's hit or miss. I mean, if we get the pre-sale in early enough, it's certainly possible. Pre-sale is live right now, but unfortunately we're missing some shafts, so I don't want to fully start it. I think 3-wood, if we wanted to go ahead and order that today, I wouldn't mind that at all. I think it worked well enough for you. I think that Denali Blue is a really good shaft.
Yeah.
I would personally say hold off on 5-wood unless you feel good enough. Like, if we were going to do 5-wood today also, my advice would probably just do the triple diamond in both and do the same shaft in both, because we know it works in the 3-wood, so I would think that makes the most sense.
I think that's how my two are set up right now. Because these two I just bought right out the rack. I didn't actually.
And they're both Callaway White. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And those are 70X. 70X. Yeah. And both. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll probably
So yeah, I don't hate moving to the blue for the 5-wood too. I think that'll get us a little bit more launch profile than we started in the Tennessee Black. And it'll get us a little bit more launch in height than the Callaway White that you have now. That white is basically the black version of Ventus. They're both the lower launching, lower flighted versions of that Callaway line of shafts.
Makes sense.
But still a really good shaft, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if we have any information of the stock options in here, so we know when they come in what we'll be looking at.
If they're not a custom order, I might order both. Just return the one after you have some demo clothes. I mean, I think both.
Yep.
Just so that way they're both in and we just kind of make a decision.
Correct.
Which one we want to keep.
Yeah, stock shaft will be the one that we started with in an extra stiff flex, which again I don't have here unfortunately, or it will be Artera EC Blue, which I don't have on that either. I think the one we were using was Denali Blue. Is it here? Yes. Yeah, Denali Blue, so don't have either of the stock shafts in yet. Again, when they come in, we can have you come back in and just do a little bit of a re-fit to kind of confirm that everything works on there. We're hoping to get those in any day now. The Callaway guy kind of said he's reaching out to his higher ups to see when they're officially leaving the factory or where the trucks are at or all that, blah, blah, blah. But if you get them ordered by like the 24th, 25th, I would think they'll be in for your trips. That's usually enough time. Typically, special orders run around the 2-week time frame.
Yeah.
So if we give them about 20 days, that should be enough. Again, that's not a guarantee, unfortunately, because it just depends on how busy the factories are.
And if it's a standard order?
If it's a standard order, not a problem at all. That's super easy. Yeah.
Because then I could just have you guys shave it here.
Correct.
Swap the grips.
Correct.
I do really like, I do want to keep the grips
Yeah,
the same.
totally.
That's like one of the only things that I think would mess with
100%. I would agree with that also.
Mid-size with two wraps.
Okay, cool. And we can just do that all. Yep, not a problem at all.
So the second shaft that we hit, which one was that?
Denali Blue, 70 grams, 6.5.
And what does this one come on?
That one, if I had to guess, is probably going to come on their standard head, or it will just be another custom option.
Okay.
I don't believe those are going to be a upcharge. I have to check. Yeah, but it will be a standard option on the. It will be a stock option on the standard head, but not on the triple diamond head.
Okay.
So maybe the stock option with the 5-wood would work with that. When we get those demos in, I can give you a call and just say, hey, we got the demos in, you want to come swing them real quick.
What if I bought 2 of each? Like one of each version? So the standard and the other one?
Could you swap shafts?
Shafts?
We could, but I wouldn't be able to let you return it.
Okay, you
because
won't be able to
the
return it.
SKU that you're returning it as would be the SKU with the old shaft. Unfortunately.
Got it.
So,
Okay, just making sure.
you could definitely do that. You would just have to put yourself on the resale market, Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
Figure all that out, which
that's a more hassle than
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think best bet is probably I'll just keep your phone number in my phone, and then I'll just remember whenever we get.
Yeah,
the
shoot
new
me a
box
text
of
whenever
Callaway
you
stuff
do.
in, I'll shoot you a text and just say, hey,
I'm 5 minutes away.
we got a
so-
couple. Okay, perfect. Sweet. We got a couple more shafts in if you want to try them out. Hopefully they'll send us that stock. Arteta. I don't really know too much about that shaft. That's a new one from Callaway that they're putting in their lineup.
Yeah.
But when it comes in, it'll come with a whole rundown, and I'm sure it's in the stock triple diamond head. It's gonna be a pretty stiffer shaft, pretty lower plated, everything like that.
Yeah.
But at least we know we have a good starting point right now for next time. And then when all the new stuff comes in, we'll get you to try out like one more 5-wood, a couple 5-wood shafts, and see what we think about that.
Yeah. Can you send me today?
Yep, that's what.
My email should be in there.
I have about 10 more minutes. Do you want to try the driver at all, just for the sake of it? I can put your shaft on the new driver head, just so you know. If you don't and you're set with yours, more than happy to, but while we have you here,
Yeah, mine
this is a free Callaway event, so if you want to swing it a couple times, see what the differences is, then we can do that. I have triple diamond 9 degree. Is yours a 9 degree on your AS smoke right now?
I think I'm at 8.5.
8.5?
But I mean 9 is fine. It's 8.
It's 8? Okay, cool. And I can lock this down a degree just to match up with the 8 on here. Back way out.
Yeah. 5 and 18. I had it the other way around, but once I switched it, I felt like I was getting just a lot better.
Yep. The heavier weight in the front will make it a little less forgiving too. So if
Yeah.
you do catch it a little
I
bit.
was getting a little bit more
that's
ball
how we-
speed with it in the front, but.
Correct, yes.
That's kind of another one of those things where I'd rather trade off.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'd rather trade off distance for
Yes.
better accuracy.
Yeah, I'd rather be 285 in the fairway than 300 in the rough.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing a course like Palisades, where the rough is almost impossible to get out of.
Yeah, there's plenty of times on 18 where it's, if you hit it on the right side of the rough, it's like a 160-yard shot in,
Mm-hmm.
but you just have to take like a 50 or a,
Right.
like anywhere between 50 and
Punch
60
it
and
out
just
and
get
go
it
for
out
the
into the
best.
fairway because there's no forgiveness out of that stuff.
Six X, correct?
Yeah.
I can, if that tee is too high for you, I can put one in there that goes a little bit smaller down too. Sound good? Oh, low, yeah. Low and low spin. About 294 out of the toe there. Certainly wants to spin low. That's impressive to see that still at 2,000.
Yeah.
Really nice. That one felt pretty toey to you.
Yeah. Where was it?
Good.
Oh,
I'll take that all day.
good. Yeah, that felt like it was way up.
Yeah.
But that's not bad.
I think that's just because your normal sensation.
It's like, yeah.
But that's fine.
Where was that last one that went?
The first one was a tad heel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But I'll take, like contact wise, I'll take your second one 10 times out of 10 over the first one here.
Yeah.
If we're picking quadrants of this driver, the low heel is probably the 4th place quadrant in terms of like ball speed, consistency, spin. The high toe is number 1. Obviously, center of the face is ideal.
Yeah.
But I would way rather have a little bit of a high toe miss than a little bit of a low heel miss.
Makes sense.
Harry, yeah.
No, we're solid.
I think you're getting with trucks and all time.
Yeah. You mind waiting until I go grab some food real quick? We'll be done here in 5 minutes, and then I'll go grab a plate real quick, and then you can head out when we finish that up.
That's cool. That's always how I'm asking. Yeah, good. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Really good. Damn,
Yeah, that was
I like that a lot too.
Hey, John.
Yep.
They're playing Sunday. They really like that course.
Mhm.
Do you know a course that would be similar to that you would recommend?
Around here?
Just this one. On the track.
There was, what were you playing yesterday?
No, they were
Also?
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Yeah.
Good on concept, but yeah.
We'll just stick with this.
Um,
Thank you. If you have an idea, let us know.
Yeah,
I was in Vicksburg. I mean, I think also like if you start a new round on here, I want to say it kind of tells you a little bit about course conditions, or it might tell you at least like the location of them. So just look for like simulation courses that are Scotland, Spain, Ireland, stuff like that.
That was a little high on the face.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely dropped some ball speed. Wow, surprising actually.
Alright, interesting.
I mean, a good I would not have expected to see that big of a dip in ball speed with that contact there. I mean, that one pretty much dead even contact with this other one you hit, Toey, and got way more speed out of that. So that is,
Yeah.
I like to see this next one. And the only thing I can think there is that maybe the ball you're hitting has a minor crack in it and it just started to not do it, but we'll hit a couple more and see.
That's definitely a heel. And then we're flying off the right.
That's kind of the open heel one.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. That's the first real open face you've given me all day, actually. So.
Yeah.
First impressions compared to Triple Diamond, what you have now? Good, bad, better, nothing crazy?
Nothing really wild.
Yep.
Try to swing on that one a little
Mhm.
bit harder.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
Head speed is a little
Yeah.
faster there. But I mean, it is, like even when I don't feel like I hit it perfect,
Yep.
the dispersion is tight.
Yeah, good. That's good to hear. Yeah. And that's what we obviously like to see from the vendors. If they're going to put something out, then we want to know that it's actually better than what they had before.
Yeah.
Good there too.
Yeah.
And I'll take that all day. That high launch, low spin is really impressive out of this thing actually. Like that's just kind of the recipe nowadays for that longer carry.
Yeah,
Straight
that one did
again.
feel like it was more in there.
This thing is slower out of the toe than I would expect. I mean, that's 2 there that you've hit very good. Like for not, unless you're a scratch or better golfer, I'll call that the center of the face.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty darn good. So I am surprised to see that these 2 numbers are a little lower. Obviously distance is still decent.
Yeah.
Which ball was that you just hit? Was it?
That's what I was trying to just
That
think
one
of.
there. Okay. I'm just gonna go grab 2 different ones.
Alright.
And we'll see. 'Cause that is honestly, that's curious to me. just for the sake of a little comparison, this is TP5X here, which is kind of the same profile ball as a Pro V1, but from TP. God, 160 ball speed out of that, wow. Really ramped it up.
Pretty far back there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just a little open there.
Yeah.
Good. So dead on contact there. I mean, again, not really crazy far away there, but a decent jump in ball speed. And that could be actually just face contact there. Okay, cool.
I'll do one more with that.
Good.
Just to see.
I'm kind of curious to see.
Just one more with the other ball, just to see if there's much of a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sounding good too. 17, really good spin. Yeah, good swing there. And that draw is more what you like to see in your driver, kind of what you're used to seeing out of your driver for the most part.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
more. Where
Yep, good.
where it goes.
I want to try it in the normal head real quick, just to see maybe that front weight as far up as it is in Triple Diamond. Just to see if we can't get a little bit more ball speed out of those tad heely, tad toey ones. I mean, you got club face. I was doing it for a little bit of club face too there, just because you gave me two that were kind of wide open. I'm not really as worried about that now as I was before, though.
Yeah.
Nice shot, yeah.
Good. 163. Okay. Interesting. Fast. Little shutdown. Yeah. Okay, so that shutdown, I'll put that on the club head being changed.
Yeah.
The standard head definitely wants to close more than the triple diamond head.
Yeah.
So, yeah, without a doubt, I would see that. But, I mean, all that being said, ball speed going up 5, 6, 7 miles an hour is really good. Yeah, and pretty similar contact to where it was before, so.
Yeah.
Cool. I know you're not set on driver right now, but I think coming into
That's interesting.
whenever your next driver is, might be worth taking a look at like the non-LS model too.
Yeah.
Or the non-triple diamond model. You get a fraction more forgiveness out of it. Ball speed is still just as high, if not higher, than where we were with triple diamond, which I wouldn't expect to see, but good to know.
Yeah.
And certainly still
Yeah,
like a
low
low
spin.
spin model. Totally don't need that at all. Just a little club there.
Yeah.
But cool. Good.
Yeah, the only reason I switched was because of the face. It happened a couple times where I noticed,
Yes. Yep.
using
You
the
said
simulator,
that.
I noticed the smash factor going down, so the ball speed was going down, but
Right.
the swing speed wasn't.
And you just saw like a little dent on the face starting.
Yeah, so
there.
I started looking at it,
Yeah.
and then they shipped me another one.
Yeah.
And then within like 6 months, it did it again.
And again, yeah.
And at that point, I was like, all right, I'm gonna switch out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for Callaway. I would like to say that they have resolved that.
I mean, they were great
Maybe
about
they're making-
working with it. All I did was send them the simulator data.
Oh yeah, they're great with.
Because it saves it, so like I could pull it up for like right when I
yes,
got it
yeah.
versus like this past
Especially
week.
if it's new. If your club's within 2 years of a purchase date, they're really nice with the warranty.
Yeah.
I mean, one, because they think you deserve it. I mean, it's not like you did anything harmful to the club, you just played golf. And two, they just want to keep you as nice. So if they're nice to you once, then
yeah, they were great.
They'll come back. So cool, yeah. But maybe we're taking a look at some point whenever the driver fitting does come up next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Give you your shaft back.
Yeah, it's funny to see like the difference in the face location or the ball, striking on the face with the difference between the driver where it's a half inch shorter.
Right.
Versus all the other clubs.
Just totally tightens up dispersion of contact. Yep. Which, again, I think is huge. If there's two things I think, like amateur golfers trying to get better need to work on, it's just club face control and contact. Obviously, club path is a part of that and can contribute to those two things. But I think, like, you can play good golf from an over-the-top swing. You can play good golf from a in-to-out draw swing. It just matters what you're doing with the club face at the end of the day. If the club face isn't...
If it's not consistent, you can't play for anything. And then you're playing on both sides of the fairway.
Yep.
Both sides of the rough.
Yes, yeah. Or both sides of the green if you have a problem with the irons. And yeah, totally. Cool.
I don't know if my irons are shorter or not. I actually did get those fitted a long time ago.
Okay.
2022. But.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, it may help a tad if you're dealing with some heely, shanky stuff right now, like you said, but I think with irons, that just a couple range sessions at the drill, kind of doing the exact thing that I was showing you, just putting something out on the toe to force yourself to not hit it off the heel, or at least to let yourself know when you are hitting it off the heel.
Yeah, and that's been more lately than before. Like in the last 2 months, I started just like If you see me warming up with the 7-iron, the wedges are fine.
Yeah.
The 7-iron, like
just push it
can't
down.
get it.
Yeah.
Like it's been weird.
I think even a good just like little mini drill for that, just like a field drill, is like kind of take your same, and this works with irons all the way through driver. Just take your same setup and then just make a couple practice swings where you're missing like on the inside here, where you're in here, and then just kind of swinging on the inside, and that just gives you more of a feel of like staying tight and compact through here rather than kind of throwing your hands at it a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But like you said, good to know that the half-inch short, we kind of confirmed it with your driver shaft being there.
Yeah, I don't mind ordering the 3-wood.
Okay, cool.
And